Hey, what's up everybody and welcome to this second tutorial on how to build your own membership site. In this tutorial we're going to set some default colors and fonts, and we're also going to build our homepage. Maybe even the whole homepage, we'll see how it goes, maybe only a part of it. So let's get started. To start with, we're going to go to pages, all pages, and use the homepage that we edited the last time, and just click on edit. Now in here you have to click on edit with Elementor and give it a second to load. So first thing that I want you to do is to go to settings in here in the lower left bottom corner and choose the page layout to be Elementor full width. Update. Click on update. So as you can see, this removes this page title that this page has and just gives us a blank canvas to work on. This is the default header that comes with the theme, so we're going to change it anyway, so don't worry about it. Now what I want you to do is go to click on this hamburger menu and go to default fonts, and we're going to change the default fonts. So I already have it done, but you might have, I believe the default font that Elementor uses is Roboto, so we're going to be using Helvetica, so just search for Helvetica in here, press enter, select it. Yeah, the weight is going to be 600. Then here as well, Helvetica, body text also Helvetica 400, and accent text also Helvetica 500. Then click on apply. Obviously I can't click on apply because I haven't changed any settings, but since your default font is going to be Roboto or maybe another one, you'll have to click on apply. Now, if I go back to the hamburger menu, we're going to set some default colors for our color picker because we're going to be using them a lot. So the first two are going to be just #000, which is black, and #FFF, which is white. And we're going to need to change some of these colors. So I'm going to just copy from my second monitor these colors and paste them here. So give me a second, bear with me. So the third color is going to be this one, so just F1, F1, F1. The fourth color we're going to be using is going to be a green one. Yeah, so this one. Now another color that we're going to be needing is a gray one. This one. Oh, it's already in here. Yeah, also this yellowish orange color. Now also this dark pink color. Boom. And we're going to need a little bit darker color for green one, so I'm just going to copy paste the same color and just drag it down a little bit so it's a bit darker, maybe not so dark, right, and click on apply. And we're going to be using this color for hover and active states or buttons. Yeah, so now that we have this done, let's build our first section. So let me just click on plus here, pick the first layout, and here we have some options. So we're going to need to set a min height of our section, which is going to be 70 view height. So I just click on this WH button and just set it to 70. And what this does, it's a view height metric. So basically what it says is going to take, this section is going to take 70% of the screen that user is using to view the website. So it's kind of like a relative metric. If the screen was a bit lower, the section is going to shrink, and if the screen is higher, it's going to be bigger. Yeah. So now that we have this, let's add a background image to our section. If I go to background type, click on classic image. Let me just upload the image that I have already. Sorry. Yeah, so if I go to my desktop, course, I believe it's this one. Boom. Obviously you can use whatever image you want as long as it's sufficient enough. I recommend you use a darker image if you're going to be using white text on top of it, because it kind of has a great contrast and it's easier to read later. So click on Insert Media, and we're going to also make a background overlay. So we're going to add a dark kind of like curtain about this image. So in order to do that, let's just go to background overlay, normal, background type classic, pick a color here. I'm going to use this black one, make it a little lighter, I think like 0.8, or maybe, yeah, it should be fine, and just change the opacity to 0.8 as well. Click on update, and here we go. So let's just add some text in here and a call to action button. So I'm just going to go to click on this icon, go to heading, just paste it in here, make it an H1 heading. The size is okay, and the text is going to say learn digital marketing. So now if I want to add a break to this title, I would just click out this box and click on here and click on enter, and it will automatically add this HTML BR tag, which stands for break. And so yeah, let me just continue writing in here. So from the best experts in the world. Boom, here we go. Now I don't like that this text has this bluish color, and that it's kind of condensed. So what I'm going to do is go to style, text color, change it to white, and typography, line height, and set the line height to 1.5 em. So as you can see, the text now has a little bit more room to breathe. And underneath I'm going to add a button, call to action button that we're going to link later. So just drag a button here. The button is going to be medium size, and it's going to say, give me a second, it's going to say join today. So we're having this call to action button to basically ask our users or visitors to join to take the primary action on the site that we want them to take, which is to join the membership. So now let's go to style, and if I go to border radius, I would like the border radius to be like 2 pixels. So this is what border radius is, something that makes the button like corners rounded or straight. So 2 pixels is going to give just a little bit of that border. And so now I want to go to background color and use this green color that we preset earlier. And for the hover state, I want to use this darker green color. So if someone hovers right now, you see it changes to a little bit darker one. So now that we have it, click on update. Yes, and let's proceed with the next section. So the next section is going to be just a simple section. It's going to be like a question with a little bit of like storytelling to kind of make users want to join, to kind of make them think if this is right for them, right? And if they want to get this result. So without further ado, let me just show you what I mean. So I'm going to click on the plus icon, add a new section. I'm going to give it, I'm going to insert a heading here, and the heading is going to be centered. It's going to say the most profitable skill. So just as previously, I'm going to put my cursor in here, click on enter, because we want to add a break to master in 2019. Let me just go to style, text color, make it black, and for the line height, just also make it 1.5. By the way, if someone knows how to set a default line height in Elementor for all these headings, please let me know, because I couldn't find it. I know how to do this with CSS, but how to do this in configuration, I'm not sure. So yeah, just comment below this video and let me know. And so below this heading, I'm going to add some text. We're going to have a believe it, text editor. So yeah, so let me just add this text editor control in here. And what I want to do is go to style, center, text color. I'm also going to make it black. And let me just copy this piece of text here that I have and just paste it. So if I go to text, boom. So I just have this text pre-written so that I don't spend all this time writing it, but it says basically, as you can see, what if you could master a profitable skill that brings at least 10k a month. I think we can also make this bold. Oh, why is it not working? That's weird. Yeah, now we go. Yeah, so a skill that would easily that can easily be learned by anyone who's willing to put in the work, blah blah blah. A skill that most business owners would be begging to take their money. Would you be interested? Well, if so, good news, there is one. It's called digital marketing, and most business owners don't have time or knowledge to do it themselves. They're starving for someone who can help them get clients. If you can do that, they will be willing to pay you 1 to 10k a month to manage their social media and ads. So this is kind of like to hook the users, the visitors of the website, to get them thinking, wow, this is going to be a great skill if I can master it, right? So now that we have this text in place, let me just make this section a little bit bigger and give it a little bit more room to breathe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to I'm going to click on these 6 dots, go to advanced, and then I'm going to give it some padding. So just click on this icon and just give it top padding of 50 and bottom padding of 50. And also I want to give this a little bit more space. I want to have a little bit more space between this title and this content. So I'm going to go to click on this pencil, go to advanced, click on this icon, and just for the bottom margin I'm going to give it a 30, maybe 20. 20 is enough. And now click on update. So yeah, now let me just add another section. So the idea behind this is that once we have users hooked in, we pictured, we kind of provoke them to picture what it would be like if they could be making this kind of money. Now we want to, they're probably curious, like, hey, how can we earn this kind of money? So we want to give them a solution, which is our membership website that's teaching basically digital marketing, right? So right below this section, I'm going to add a new section. Just click on plus section. Yeah, similar to previous one, we're going to have a heading, and I'm just, you know what, I'm just going to delete this one. Go to this one, right click, click duplicate, and just drag and drop it here, because it has the color and the styles that I need. I just need to change the text here. So let's say the digital marketing membership, which is kind of the name of our website, our program, our website. Yeah, so let me just change the color of this section to yellow. If I click on these 6 dots, I go to style, background, normal, background type, classic, color, pick this yellow one, and let me also give it some padding. So the difference between padding and margin is that margin is actually, let me show you. So margin, what margin does is it gives basically a margin outside the element. So if our element is a section, if we set a margin to like top margin to 30, it's going to move the section 30 pixels lower. But if we go to padding and we add a top padding of like 50, it's going to be, this spacing is going to be added inside our element. So these are basically the differences between padding and margin. And so yeah, if I go to, and I give also bottom margin, padding of 50, 40, this should be enough. And so below this headline, I'm going to have an element called, and I believe it's an icon list. Yes, so if you just search for icon, you'll find this element called the icon list. Yeah, so okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to do things a little bit differently. So let me delete this icon list, and I'm going to place an inner section inside this section. Now I'll explain why in a second. So if you insert an inner section inside a section, you'll get like 2 columns by default. So just right click on one of them and click on delete, and then click on this 6 dots and go to this layout tab and content width boxed, and give it a boxed width of like 600 pixels. And so what this is going to do, I'm going to show you in a second, is now if we add our icon list here to this column, you see that it's going to be more centered, right? Because the section is constraining like the width of this icon list, therefore it will just flow within this box, right? So if I go to edit the icon list, let me just click on this first item. I'm going to change the icon to be this one, check, the rounded background, and it's going to say, the first item is going to say, let me just copy and paste it here, learn new social media marketing techniques for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Let me just go to style, increase the space a little bit. Oh, it's not. Yeah, so the space is between the items, so we're going to do it a little bit later. Let's just go to icon, color, and change the color of the icon to be green. And I also want this icon to be bigger, like this one, right? And let's go to text. I want the text color to be black. Cool. Now let me go back to content and just duplicate this and just add some new list items here. So yeah, so this one and another one. We're going to have, I believe, 5 of them. Yes, so 2 more. Boom, boom, and this is basically yeah, this is basically a list that kind of lists I guess benefits that people will have if they become a part of our membership. So now that we have these items in place, you can see they're all kind of like too close together. So let me go to style, space between, and give it maybe like 20 should be fine. Oh, I can see that there are 3 items that basically say the same. So let me just boom, remove this one and change this one to say participate in weekly coaching calls. So this is basically what they will be getting if they join our digital marketing membership, which is they're going to learn some new techniques, master paid ads, be able to attract new clients to their own business. They will become a member of a great community and be able to participate in weekly coaching calls. So I think this is enough for this tutorial. We're going to finish the homepage in the next one, so just not to make this one too long. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free if you have any questions to ask them in the comments area below. Thanks.